Okay, so I've ridden the Trek Marlin 6 for 1,000 miles since January 18th of 2020. So we're now in the Garmin app and we're gonna go to gear, and from there we're gonna go to my bicycle and the only one I have, Trek Marlin 6, 142 activities since January 18th, 2020. That comes out to be, I've ridden the bike 1,023.17 miles since January 18th of this year. That's a lot of miles for Trek Marlin 6, considering the damage, not the damage, but just the stuff, just the amount of abuse I've put this bike through. So it's pretty cool. Cool. So before we even get into the specifics, I'm not trying to sell you the bike, okay? The point of this video is to actually, prove to you and show you and explain to you that I've ridden the bike for about 1,000 miles and it's still here. It's still strong. It's still durable. It feels like it's a good bike to ride if you're a beginner. Okay? I'm not trying to sell you the bike. I've had some people thinking that in my previous videos, they think I'm trying to sell them the bike. They think I'm pointing out the good parts about the bike and the bad parts about the bike. You shouldn't buy this bike if you're thinking of doing jumps. You should buy this bike if you're entering the mountain biking realm. If you want to use this as a commuter for your job on flat pavement, this is perfect. In fact, you should probably get the Marlin 5. I had some other dude saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get the Trek Roscoe 8." Good, get the Trek Roscoe 8 because he said that it was horrible on the trails. Okay, I'm not saying you're horrible, but I've ridden this bike on the trails, and many people have seen me in my videos ride this bike on trails, and it was perfectly fine. Even in some occasions when I was a little reckless, that I shouldn't have done that. And the bike is fine. I'm grateful. I'm okay too. I didn't fall or break anything, but the bike, if you have a decent amount of common sense and skill and reaction time in your hips, and you have a stable core, you can. Or upgrade skill that your body can give, that your body has. That you have to build through your body, because you're not, you have to acknowledge this is a hardtail. When you're going on trails, right, on mountain biking trails, the fork is taking some of the abuse for you, but the back is not. So you really have to be really aware and conscious of how your hips, your knees, and your ankles take that impact. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I believe physical fitness comes in. Okay? I'm not trying to beat up on people who are not physically fit or people who are a little bit overweight. I'm not trying to beat up on people like that. But I'm trying to just say, be conscious because of where you're gonna take this bike. You have to have some common sense and some decent type of just reactionary time in your hips when you're shifting through the curves, or when you're going up or up or downhill. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. And now, if you don't want to be aware of that, if you have the extra $500 for a Roscoe, extra $600 for a Roscoe, sure, go ahead, pull the trigger. But for me, I think it was a good idea that I bought this bike, because it made me improve in my skills, in my reaction time, in my ankle mobility, the way my ankles and my knees and my hips all just work together when going on rocky parts, on gappy terrain, rooty terrain. You know what I'm saying? So that's something. I'm the type of person that likes to do a lot with a little. Okay, I try really my best to find out how I can extract as much performance from a product with, you know, from a product that's not as good as other things, as other products, you know. That's just the way I work. So I think it's a great bike. It's an amazing bike. I'm gonna put some links on the description down below of the videos that where I took this bike. I'm also gonna put in, you know, a couple little clips in this video. You'll see. And I mean, like, the bike overall, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. It's worth the $649 for this, because it's a tough bike. It's a tough bike, very tough. Just be aware. Just be aware. It's not for high drops. Not for that. Don't do it for that. Little tiny drops, little jumps, fine. But high jumps, no. You're better off just getting yourself like a full suspension or something like that. Which, that's the type of bike that I'm looking to get in the future, full suspension. Maybe next year or something like that. Maybe the Trekfield X or the Giant Trans. You know what I mean? Or the Giant Stance. So yes, this bike, after 1,000 miles I've ridden it, it's an amazing bike. I still ride it. You know, I ride it on, you know, on flat pavement. I go to the local trails. I think it's great, and no problems with anything. No problems with the what do you call it, with the rear derailleur or the front derailleur. Brakes work fine. Just be aware sometimes that I mean, I have had like a couple of flats in the front tire and flats in the back. Nothing I could never fix on my own. But other than that, it's a great bike, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm still having fun with it. I love this bike. It's great. Anyways, if you have any questions, and no, I'm not gonna upgrade this, because I think people like left me so many questions when asking me, are you gonna upgrade the tires? Are you gonna upgrade the pedals? Are you gonna upgrade the grips? No, I think that takes the legitimacy out of this product, because it just makes you, you know, why don't I just upgrade my skills? Why don't I just upgrade my reaction time? Why don't I just upgrade, you know, my hip mobility, my knees, and, you know, the way my lower body takes the shock? I would just rather improve on that rather than just go to a store and purchase, you know, a couple little things, you know. I'm just not that type of person. If you are, that's fine. You can do that, but that's not me. So anyways, leave any kind of comments if you think I'm wrong or right, whatever you leave whatever you say you want to do. I don't